Don't psych wards have public restrooms? I don't know. I'm sure it'll figure it out. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the very first episode of Common Sense. Before we get started, I'd like to address why I named my YouTube channel Common Sense. Well, it's because Americans today don't really use common sense, especially the millennials and more especially the Gen Zs, the Tide Pod eaters. Well, the good Lord up above gave every single human being on this earth one thing: common sense. That's one thing we all have in common in an ever-changing world. However, the media would not like to manipulate your common sense, make you doubt yourself. And, well, that's why I named my channel Common Sense, because I don't watch just the mainstream media. I take a bunch of different media outlets, I think for myself, draw my own conclusions, because I'm an American and I'm allowed to do that. Which gets me to my first episode, media manipulation. What is media manipulation? Well, every media outlet has an agenda, and that agenda does not have your best interest at heart. That agenda is whatever they want you to think, feel, and believe. Believe it or not, there's a company named after its creator that got famous for an animated mouse and a blue genie, red-haired woman living in the sea, and lions in Africa. That company now owns over 40% of the media you watch. That company is also liberal. That company is also drowning right now because all their new woke movies are getting thumbs down from Americans. So you tell me, if one company with a certain agenda owns most of the media you watch on your television, are you actually getting the truth? I don't think so. I don't think you're getting the truth at all. And I'm telling you now, if you question what you hear on the mainstream media, you're going to be labeled. And that is how the mainstream media controls the people that watch it. Because you might be thinking, oh man, that's not racist. But the mainstream media tells you it is, and tells you if you don't believe that it's racist, then you in fact are a racist. You just don't know it. And yet we all fall for it, even though we know we're not racist. We're not racist at all. You remember back in 2018 when the breaking news story was then 74-year-old President Donald Trump afraid of stairs. Well, that breaking news story happened because Donald Trump held onto the railing as he exited Air Force One. Donald Trump afraid of stairs. What was the agenda behind that? Well, the agenda behind that was to make you think Donald Trump might not be physically fit. He might be physically deteriorating. He might not be able to handle the office of the President of the United States. Then there was another breaking news story. Donald Trump has 2 scoops of ice cream. Everyone else has 1. Well, that was to plant into your head that Donald Trump is greedy and selfish. And my favorite breaking news story back in 2020, when idiots were even more idiots than they are today, and they thought that a little paper across their face was going to prevent them from dying. Well, they said, breaking news, Donald Trump urges Americans to drink bleach. Fake news. That actually did not happen. Donald Trump actually said, we know bleach kills the virus, but it's not like we can drink bleach. So they twisted his words and had you, the American people, thinking, man, is he cognitively there? Is he deteriorating mentally? Telling Americans to drink bleach? That's the mainstream media. I want to show you a video of Joe Biden going to a restaurant. And when he stopped into this restaurant, I'm going to show you how heavily edited this video was. Biden actually struggled exponentially in this restaurant. However, the media would have you believe that he just went in, ordered his food, walked out, waved goodbye.
Mr. President, I'm going to pick up a few pounds here.
And don't forget, we also included drinks for you as well, just to enjoy.
Excellent.
We can take that box.
You take that box?
Yeah.
I'm going to go order a milkshake.
Yeah.
You see the difference? You had what really happened on the right and what the media showed on the left. You know, back in 2016, 2017, the liberals claimed Donald Trump was a racist and a Nazi. Man, we heard that all over the streets as BLM and Antifa were burning down buildings in St. Louis and Chicago and California, Baltimore. That Donald Trump's a Nazi. Well, here in 2024, things have changed a little bit. Now, anti-Semitism is no longer in the backwoods of Georgia and Alabama with hooded assholes. Instead, it's in the world for everyone to see on college campuses all across America. Anti-Semitism at its finest. Nazism at its finest. Now I have a question. Are these people going to call themselves Nazis? Check it out.
No authority. What does the vest give you?
The ID. He's trying to enter.
1 second.
Oh, I'm sorry, Shy.
Sorry, 1 second. I want to get this on video that they have deactivated. This is the sound. This is the sound of civil rights being denied of a Jewish professor. I want you all to remember this sign.
Did you get any prior notice?
I did not get any prior notice. I emailed them and they wouldn't respond. I got an email 2 a.m. yesterday calling this a counter-protest. And I said, no, this is not a counter-protest. This is a Jewish professor who has a right to be on campus, and you're denying him.
Now, my favorite part of those videos, I saw a video the other day of a pro-Palestine, pro-Hamas protester, say that 5 times fast. Now, that person was waving an LGBTQRSWXYZ rainbow flag, chanting death to Israel and unalived soldiers. Well, what I find funny is in Palestine and Hamas and those other Middle Eastern countries, you would not be spared. They publicly unalive homosexuals in those countries, brutally, publicly. They toss them out of helicopters and off of buildings. They burn them in the streets, run over them with vehicles. Are we really that uneducated in America today that the people who are supposed to be the brightest people in America, the college educated, don't even know that the people that they are trying to protect hate them? It's actually, they want to see them unalived. But we don't teach that because that is what do they call it now? Islamophobic. So let's balance the sheets a little bit. You called Donald Trump an anti-Semite. However, he never said anything negative or anything against Israel whatsoever or the Jewish population whatsoever. But however you are, does that make you a Nazi? Rethink yourself. Here's another video, again, in America on a college campus at a pro-Palestine protest. These people are supposed to be the brightest people of our nation, the most highly educated. However, they're doing stuff like this, and I'm still trying to figure out what it is. our country, everybody. This looks like a kindergarten school recital where the kids all forgot the dance moves. They got a little stage fright and they just started kind of doing their own thing. Roll the next video. I don't even know.
Donald Trump and extreme MAGA Republicans a valuable lesson. Don't mess with the women of America.
Damn it. Did this man just create another gender? Please tell me he didn't just create another gender. Women. Respect the women of America. Women. Is that a mix between men and women? Is this a new gender? Shit. That's all we need is another gender. Let's add another alphabet onto the LGBTQ. M. Why not, right? Jesus. And they say this man is cognitively all there. And oh, shit. Roll the next video.
Their political candidate.
Well, if they've committed crimes like Trump has, then I'm for it, because no one should be above the law.
Wait, Trump's committed crimes?
Yeah, obviously.
What crimes has he committed?
This isn't real then. He's literally got 91 indictments. You don't know about the obvious information?
Well, no, I'm asking you, if, like, maybe you know, because, like, you said it with some strong conviction, right? So, like, maybe you would know the answer?
Well, he's currently on trial for a criminal case for trying to pay hush money to a porn star.
I could have sworn that, like, Stormy Daniels signed a letter saying she didn't have sex with Donald Trump. And then I also thought that there was, like, a statute of limitations, like, in our country.
Yeah, he was...
Yeah.
It's in trial right now.
So do you think he's guilty?
I think he's guilty of many crimes. I think that's, one of the smaller crimes, the taking national security documents and putting them in his house.
Oh, yeah, when he had him in his garage with the Corvette.
Okay, you're full of shit. So.
Oh, you walk away? Huh. They always walk away.
They always walk away. Now, the mainstream media would have you believe that if you watch their channels, that you are informed and educated. However, those who don't watch the mainstream media are misinformed and uneducated. Notice this guy said, "You're full of shit," when he was confronted with the truth. When in reality, sir, you are full of shit. Because that's all you've been fed by the mainstream media is bullshit. When these liberals are confronted with the reality and not the fantasy world that they live in with their mainstream media and their teddy bears and their safe spaces, they freak out. They either scream at you, yell at you, and call you a racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, transphobic, spider-phobic, bird-phobic, cloud-phobic, rain-phobic, or they walk away shaking their heads and smiling because they know they now look like idiots. Now, I want to move on to something else here. I'm a sucker for believing in term limits. I 100% believe in term limits, and I don't understand why we don't have term limits. I want everybody to watch these next couple of videos and tell me we don't need term limits. These are our elected officials who make the laws of the land for us to follow, who secure our nation and keep us safe, and who handle our tax dollars. 49.4% of my tax dollars. Check this out and tell me we don't need term.
Made it clear to Israelis, don't move on Haifa. It's just not, anyway, I just, look what we did recently when Israel was attacked.
Running for re-election in 2026.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026? All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute. Penny.
Oh, sorry. I was... What is going on with all of these politicians? None of them seem physically or mentally sound. And the media would have you believe that they are. And the media would have cut what I just showed you out of the interview. It's a shame, yes. You guys remember in 1969 when Neil Armstrong stepped off of the lunar module onto the surface of the moon, and it was cast wide live around the world. Around the world. Every nation that had electricity and the ability to watch TV saw Neil Armstrong. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Right? Well, we all saw that. And it was everywhere. Man walks on moon, plastered all over the country, all over the world. We beat the Russians to the moon. Well, we've got people on the moon right now here in 2024. There's no footage of it. There's no photos of it. Why? Well, there's a couple different reasons. And NASA has given a couple different reasons. The first reason is, well, there's more satellites out there now, and we can't broadcast through those satellites. Another reason is, one guy says, well, the satellites just aren't facing that way. They're facing another way. And my favorite excuse for not seeing man on the moon in 2024 is technology's kind of failing us right now. Look it up. These are all direct quotes from NASA, the smartest people on Earth, the rocket scientists. And you tell me something. How in the hell in 1969 did we shoot live Neil Armstrong on the moon? However, in 2024, when we all have 4K smartphones and computers in our pockets and AI generating photos out of thin air, we can't get a photo of an American astronaut on the moon? Media manipulation. They want us to believe he's up there, but is there any proof? Now, I'm not a flat earther by any means. However, I am a little shocked by the fact that all of the images from Earth, including that famous image on your iPhone, is computer generated. It's not an actual photo of Earth. There's actually only one confirmed photo of Earth, and it was back in 1968. Why is that? Why do we have no real photos of our planet? Even though we have all of these satellites, why are all of the photos of our planet AI and computer generated? Am I wrong? And should I put on a tinfoil hat? Because that, to me, guys, that's damn strange. And check out something I want to show you now. Gun-grabbing liberals. They're always my favorite people to talk to. And they are educated by the media on guns. The uneducated teaching the uneducated. Check it out. Tell me what you think.
I just want you on the camera.
Yes, a gun ban is absolutely what's necessary. I think that we need to start from scratch with the whole gun issue. You know, we have people who think that it's okay to kill an intruder into their house. People who think that it's okay to kill an intruder into their house. You know, if a intruder in your house came before a judge, they would not get the death penalty. Wouldn't happen.
I believe that we should repeal the Second Amendment.
Hey, could you say I'm freedom's safest place?
What is it?
I'm freedom's safest place.
I'm freedom's safest place.
I'm Linda, and I agree with banning fully semi-automatic guns. Definitely.
What's a AR-15?
From my understanding, anything that has automatic loading and refiring is something that can kill more people more quickly.
Capacity. I think it separates the capacity, how much damage you can do and how fast.
Exactly.
So it's your ammunition that separates and makes a semi-automatic automatic.
Let's look at cars, for example. When you get into a car crash, are you going to blame the car? Probably not.
Okay. First of all, absolutely, if an intruder comes in my home, I am going to shoot him. Absolutely. What do you mean? So you're telling me masked intruder comes into your home, you're just going to go, okay, sir, take everything because you're going to go to jail. Yes. Armed robbery or home invasions are not punishable by death, electrocution, or lethal injection. However, home invasions go wrong. They're not there to do something nice to you. They're not there to bring you Chick-fil-A. They're there to take your shit and hurt you in the process if you get in the way. I live in my home with my 15-year-old daughter, my wife, and her aunt. And I'd be damned if I'm going to let anybody come through my doors or windows and harm either one of them people. They will harm no one in my home because I am armed, and I'm damn proud to be armed. Another thing you see a lot of is semi-fully automatics. We got to ban these semi-fully automatic guns. Oh, shit. First of all, there's no such thing as fully semi-automatic guns. You have fully automatic guns, one trigger pull, multiple rounds, and you have semi-automatic guns, one trigger pull, one round. There's no in between. Yeah, you've got the M16, which is a burst weapon that fires 3 rounds with one trigger pull, but those are illegal for us to own. As a matter of fact, fully automatic weapons are illegal to own for normal people like you and me. So in fact, what you're really wanting to ban is already banned. So go home. Go home, make your spaghetti, and think about something else to bitch about. Another thing that I heard recently was on The View. Oh, The View, The View. Good old Joy Behar says no one hunts with an AR-15. AR-15s destroy the animal so that you can't even eat the meat. Wrong. Wrong. AR-15s shoot a 22 round. Yeah, no, it's not a 50 BMG or a giant bullet. No, it's a little 22 round. And it's a very fast-moving 22 round. So it kills quickly, and the meat, well, the meat's just fine. Nothing's destroyed. Idiots. I love gun-grabbing liberals because they never know what they're talking about, and they're all completely educated by the mainstream media or by uneducated people of the government. People of Congress are extremely gun uneducated. They're gun dumb, I call them, and none of them really know anything about guns. This is a ghost gun. You remember that guy? Yeah, he's an idiot, and he wants to scare you. And then they talk about AR-15s. And my favorite word, assault rifle. Well, I want to make one thing clear. If I take this fist and I punch you with it, it is now an assault fist. Assault is a verb. You remember that from kindergarten, first grade? Verb, it's what you do. Well, assault is a verb. Weapon is a weapon. Okay? Now, I want to make it very clear that anything can be an assault weapon. Hell, I can pick up a bicycle and throw it at you, and it is now an assault bicycle because I am assaulting you with the bicycle. If I wanted to spray you with silly string and it gets in your eye, well, I just assaulted you with silly string, so it is assault silly string. AR-15. AR does not stand for assault rifle. It stands for Armalite rifle. The meant to be lightweight hunting rifle. And then they talk about an assault rifle. You heard it. An assault rifle is something that has a capability of holding more rounds. And let me be very clear to you. It doesn't matter how many rounds you have in a magazine. A semi-automatic is still a semi-automatic. A 9mm can unalive people just as much or just as quickly as an AR-15. The only difference is an AR-15 has a little more range with a faster moving bullet. It's not any stronger, it's weaker than a .357, and that's something you don't want to ban. You don't want to ban a .357 revolver with 6 rounds. You say, no, those are okay. When in reality, a .357 is much stronger. A .357 round is much stronger than a .223. .223 is a very small, fast-moving bullet. A little education for you. Now, I'm going to leave you with this one thing. And I want to know if you guys, how you guys feel about this. But I just found out the other day that Joe Biden's uncle died. He was eaten by cannibals. And, well, don't take it from me. Let Joe tell you.
They called him Ambrose Brosey. They called him Bosey. My Uncle Bosey was a hell of an athlete. They tell me when he was a kid. And he became an Army Air Corps before the Air Force came along. He flew those single-engine planes as reconnaissance over war zones. And he got shot down in New Guinea. And they never found the body because there were a lot of cannibals for real in that part of New Guinea. Ambrose Finnegan, they called him Uncle Bosey. He was shot down. He was an Army Air Corps before there was an Air Force. He flew single-engine planes, reconnaissance flights over New Guinea. He had volunteered because someone couldn't make it. He got shot down in an area where there were a lot of cannibals in New Guinea.
I'm heartbroken over it. I mean, that's a damn shame. That's a hell of a way to go. And Joe, I just want to say one thing. You got to stop forgetting that the internet exists. Joe Biden's uncle was not shot down over New Guinea. No, it was an engine malfunction and he crashed in the ocean. Joe Biden's uncle was not eaten by cannibals. No, he survived. He didn't die even, let alone eaten by cannibals. Joey. Man, why are we still letting Joe free speak? Seriously, you guys, every time the left lets Joe say a word without a teleprompter, we get these amazing gaffes. And I'm amazed every single time I hear it. Every single time. I want to thank you guys for watching today. Thank you for watching my very first episode. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and give me a follow, subscribe, because every week I'm going to release videos just like this. Don't be manipulated by the media. Think for yourself. Be a skeptic. Because a skeptical America is a harder to control America. And skeptics are not conspiracy theorists. You see, we are conspiracy theorists if we believe that Joe Biden is mentally and physically deteriorating. Even though if he would have held onto the railing of Air Force One, coming off of Air Force One, then we wouldn't have got that amazing meme of Donald Trump hitting a golf ball and knocking Joe Biden up the stairs. But we're not allowed to question that. And if we do, we are labeled conspiracy theorists and racists. In the next video, I'm going to talk about something very important to me. And that is food safety. In the next video, I'm going to talk about lab-grown meat and what KFC is about to do that might just blow your mind. In 2020, we shut down the entire country for a virus that has a 1.4% mortality rate. However, cancer with a damn near 40% mortality rate changes nothing. We're still putting cancer-causing chemicals in our food, and I bet you don't even know about it. I can't wait to show you next week's video of poisoning our food. It's going to be really interesting, and I can't wait to talk about lab-grown meat and what they're putting in that lab-grown meat that may just surprise you. And they don't even have to tell you about it. Pretty scary, huh? Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to leave you with a picture here, a video here of Rosie O'Donnell's brand new baby girl. Congratulations, Rosie, and I'm happy that you had a healthy baby girl. Thank you guys for watching. See y'all later.